Hold on to your helmets. Bears News fan report crew today's story might just send a shiver through Soldier Field. Smash that like button and subscribe if you believe Chicago's signal caller is on the brink of greatness. Because what we're about to explore could define his entire rookie journey. Imagine stepping onto that gridiron with all eyes on you, expectations soaring like a perfectly thrown spiral, but suddenly hitting a wall so stubborn it refuses to budge. What if the very skill that separates a franchise quarterback from the pack is the one thing that's holding him back? Could this be the moment that tests Caleb Williams' mettle more than any pass rush ever could? Since arriving in the Windy City as the No. 1 overall pick, Williams has dazzled with his improvisation, his uncanny feel in the pocket, and that lightning-quick release on short and intermediate throws. We've seen him scramble out of trouble, flip the field with pinpoint accuracy, and carry this offense through stretches when everything else seemed to stall. And yet, beneath those highlights lies a nagging question that's echoed through film rooms and analyst debates alike. When it comes time to let it rip downfield, is he holding back? Is that hesitation the heavy chain anchoring a rocket that should be soaring? Back in 2024, when the draft buzz finally settled and the rookie wristband was strapped on, early season tape showed flashes of brilliant 270-yard games, fourth quarter, heroics, and a historic streak of passes without an interception that shattered Bears rookie records. But take a closer look at big attempts, throws stretching beyond 15 yards in the air, and a troubling pattern emerges. His passer rating on those throws clocked in around the mid-60s, nearly half the rating of fellow rookies in similar spots. Could that disparity be the invisible snag snagging Chicago's explosive potential? Could it be the reason why, on 3rd and long, defenses still dared to drop 8, daring him to go deep? Now, ask yourself, what happens when a second-round shadow like Jayden Daniels is not only matching him yard for yard, but seemingly overtaking him in yardage bombs and home run plays? How does a quarterback comport himself when every stretch of grass beyond 20 yards feels like an obstacle course instead of an open runway? Some insiders whisper that Williams' arm strength isn't in question after all. He's thrown rockets across mid-season humidity in Minneapolis and carved up defenses under blinding lights in London. No, they say it's more about his decision-making. On those downfield shots, that split-second calculus between anticipation and caution. Think of the legendary gunslingers who defined this franchise. Jim McMahon firing darts against the '85 Bears' all-conquering defense, or Mitchell Trubisky tossing game-tying bombs against the Broncos while the Super Bowl banner shimmered above. Those moments weren't safe choices, they were bold commitments to push the ball past safety help and stake everything on rhythm and touch. Could Williams learn that same daring? Or is this hesitation his rock, a barrier he must shatter? Before delivering on the promise that led Chicago to move mountains for him, let's add another layer. The offensive weapons around him are nothing short of spectacular. DJ Moore's elite route running, Rome Odunz's blend of size and speed, Luther Burden's after-the-catch dynamism, even Colston Loveland's mismatch. Possibilities at tight end, they all demand the kind of deep field connections only a fearless quarterback can make. If Williams can't let those throws fly, are we missing out on a top 10 offense in the making? Or worse, could well-designed plays be reduced to dink-and-dunk mode, leaving this unit to slog through 4-wide zone covers and safe checkdowns? Of course, Coach Ben Johnson has the blueprint to fix this. His vertical concepts, his play action, heavy packages, and his trust in going big have been the talk of rookie camp. But schemes alone won't mask a quarterback's unwillingness to pull the trigger. It's one thing to draw up the root tree. It's another to stare into the abyss of a single high safety and say, here it comes. Could Johnson's tutelage be the crucible that forges Williams into a true playmaker? Or is this deep ball hesitation destined to be the stone in the shoe that haunts his ascent to superstardom? We've seen quarterbacks reinvent themselves after hitting a wall rewiring mechanics under the brightest lights, trusting their arm when everything inside screams caution. Now it's Williams' turn. When the Bears break huddle this fall and the moment arrives to flip the field on a critical third down, will he seize the opportunity or retreat behind interior protection? The answer hangs in the balance, and everyone in Bears Kingdom is on edge. So here's what we know. Williams has the tools, the support, and the stage. But until he conquers that lingering hesitation on downfield shots, every deep route will feel like a test, every vertical concept a potential trap. And when the season truly kicks off, that moment will tell us if Caleb Williams is ready to soar, or if that stone in his cleat will keep him from flight. Asterisk, if you believe the Bears are on the verge of something special, smash that like button, and let's finish what we started. Now, imagine the moment when Caleb Williams finally sheds that hesitation. When he looks downfield at a lone safety, daring him to test his arm, and instead delivers a laser that splits coverages, sending Rome Odunze streaking into open grass. If that play happens, the landscape of this offense will shift from caution to explosion. Suddenly, defenses can't crowd the box or cheat up on the run without risking a back shoulder fade or a perfectly lofted seam route. The Bears transform overnight from a steady, methodical squad into an unpredictable juggernaut. The buzz in Chicago's bars, on the L trains, and in every living room will be electric. Chants of "Let it fly," echoing as Caleb uncorks another deep shot. That shift would do more than change play calling. It would redefine the team's identity, instilling fear in opponents and fueling a fan base that has craved a true playmaker for years. Think back to legends like Jim McMahon and Mike Tomczak, leaders who didn't just manage games, they seized them. A fearless deep ball from Williams could etch his name alongside those champions, sparking memories of '85 glory and igniting hope that this Bears era could finally deliver where so many have fallen short. But let's not ignore the reality of NFL trenches. Offensive coordinators might scheme extra protection. Linebackers could spy Williams in the flat, and savvy safeties will bait him into checking down. Yet, if he proves he can weather the heat stepping into the pocket, eyes locked on DJ Moore on a post route, and unleashing that spiral with authority, then the entire offense catches fire. We see play action become a thing of beauty, with defenders dropping like dominoes behind the line, and those third and long scenarios morphing into scoring opportunities instead of punting duels. And what about the emotional lift for this? Locker room? Veterans like Montez Sweat and Roquan Smith would rally around a quarterback who finally matches their tenacity with boldness. Locker room chatter would shift from "protect him" to "trust him," a phrase that echoes in playoff locker rooms across the league. Imagine the unthinkable. Soldier Field transformed by walks-off onside kicks because opponents never saw the deep threat coming. And picture the headlines. Caleb Williams unleashes Bears Renaissance. Or, from hesitation to heroics, Williams rewrites the narrative. But let's contrast that dream with the alternative. If he never sheds the stone in his shoe, if he continues to defer or bail under pressure, this offense risks stagnation. Imagine another season of conservative passing charts, red zone gridlock, and fan frustration boiling over. The team's brass could find themselves in a familiar off-season rut, hunting for veteran quarterbacks or overhauling playbooks instead of celebrating breakthrough victories. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the path forward is clear. Caleb must trust the tools around him, embrace his cannon arm, and turn every deep attempt into a declaration that he's not just a promising rookie, he's the franchise's long-awaited savior. As the lights blaze and the crowd roars beneath the Chicago sky this fall, that moment will come. Will Williams stare down that cover 2 shell and say, "Here it is," or will he retreat behind the line? The answer will define this season, this fan base, and perhaps the next decade of Bears football. So tell me, Bears faithful, are you ready to see Caleb Williams shatter that barrier and unleash the explosive offense we all envision? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Bears News Fan Report for every post-pounding update. Go Bears!